Hello and welcome to another video on JD's Booze Reviews, where it's a special edition. Today we are playing our very own game show. It's called Guess the Hop. Cue the titles. Okay, got to admit, not my game show. It's actually a set of beers from Siren. We've got Guess the Hop A, Guess the Hop B, and Guess the Hop C. So these are all 5.5% double dry hopped IPAs. They all are kind of siblings to each other. The difference is they have been dry hopped and hopped with a different hop addition. Single hop, and the aim of the game is to guess the hop that's in the beer. So Siren have graciously sent this out to me early. They actually launched this beer today, the day of viewing this, on Friday the 2nd of Feb. So it's available in the shop now if you want to go and check it out. This is not sponsored, but they sent it to me to try out, so I thought I might as well time it in time for the release. So how does it work? So you buy the set of the beers, you try all three of them, you then go on the website, fill out a form and say which hop do you think is in each one, and then if you're right, if you get all three of them right, you will be given 20% off shop code with an entry into winning the grand prize, which I'll get onto in a moment. For getting two of them right, you get absolutely nothing, but just for entering, you do get 10% off anyway. So just for trying and giving it a go, you do get 10% off discount on their shop for your next purchase. So worth a go, isn't it? Only forgot to mention what the prize is if you get all three of the beers right and all three of the hop varieties correct. You do win a invite to a Siren Brew Day. You get a Hop Expert t-shirt. And you get a mega beer bundle, so definitely a good prize if you get all three of them right. So I must admit, I'm actually a little bit scared about doing this one, mostly because I'm not very good at guessing hop varieties. There's a ridiculous amount of hops in the world, and they all kind of sit in similar categories. They all, quite a few offer very similar selling points to other hops. So trying to work out which one specifically is in the three beers that we're about to try might be pretty difficult, but that's the aim of the game, that's the fun of the game. It's not going to be a straightforward walk in the park, but let's give it a go. Hopefully they've been quite easy on us. So I guess it only seems right to start with beer B. Only kidding, beer A. So this is a beer. It's a double dry hopped IPA. They're all going to look very similar, I think. They are, I think, on more on the hazy side. Yeah, that is a nice hazy IPA, if ever I have seen one. That is very tropical on the nose. Yeah, very fruity, very mango-like. Yeah, a very pleasant smelling beer with the slight mystery about what the heck is in it. So let's give it a taste. Ooh, okay. That is, yeah, very juicy, very tropical. That is pretty darn tasty. It's kind of got a bit of bubblegum-like flavour to it. It's quite mango, juicy, tropical. It very much tastes like pineapple as well. So I can tell you what I taste, but this is all about working out hop variety. It's definitely one of the ones that's going to sit in that sort of tropical citrus family. It's definitely not Citra. I'm pretty sure of that. But in my head, I've got Galaxy, but I can't actually remember the tasting profile of Galaxy. So that's what's come into my head first, though. So maybe I am right in my own head, but we'll never know. Well, we might know eventually. I don't actually know. Yeah, that is probably going to be my first guess. So let's go for Galaxy. I might change my mind though as we get into the next couple. Let's go for beer B. So beer B. Let's get this one correct open. Okay, I thought they were all going to look very similar, but actually, this is a lot lighter than its predecessor. So hop B is a lot less hazy, interestingly. Oh, and that has a very different. That has a very different aroma. That is very dank, to use a phrase that I hate. Quite grassy, quite like straw, like hay. I'm getting. Okay. So this is probably going to have a very different taste, which just goes to show how mad hop additions and choosing the right hop can be into affecting this beer. As I say, all these beers are the same strength, the same style, just different hops added. So it's really interestingly in the sort of differences already. So that is a lot drier. It's quite. Definitely not that fruit bomb as the one was before. I'm getting a little bit on my tongue. Maybe that was the last beer lingering there. It's a bit more grape-like, a bit more sort of white winey. So if I was going to guess at this point, probably something like a Nelson Sauvin. Yeah, it's quite dry. Not much juiciness, not much juice flavour. But I'm getting sort of a drying white wine grape-like flavour. Again, that's what I'm tasting. Whether I'm anywhere near or not is a different matter. No, there is a little fruitiness there on the tongue, but it is more like a grape flavour. So, yeah, I think beer B, I'm going to guess for Nelson Sauvin. What would be completely wrong about all these? And on to the final one. Beer C. So this one, again, back to hazy territory. Compared to B, that was a lot clearer. A was hazy. C is back to hazy territory. Interesting aroma. I'm getting might not want to inhale it through my nose. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, that is tricky on the aroma. It's a little sweet, I think. What I'm getting is sweeter, not as fruity and overloading with fruit and mango and tropical as A. Definitely more than B. B had very little tropics in it. This has a lingering sweetness. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. It's making me go back to grape again, but we'll see. So let's try. That is an interesting taste. It tastes like sweets, but I can't really put it. And it's got a very nice sweetness. It's quite drying. Yeah, that one is a flavour I am not familiar with, at least not in isolation. This is where I find out it's Citra. No, I don't think that is Citra. It's too dry and sweet for Citra, I think. But it has like a marshmallow-like sweetness to it, which is really weird. Quite astringent. Might be one a British hop like Goldings or something like that. But my taste buds are completely messed up after this flip-flop, but that sweetness is almost coming through as like pear drops to me. And I'm not aware of any hop variety that tastes like pear. This one has stumped me, must be honest. So this is giving me quite a dry wine-like flavour. So maybe this is the Nelson Sauvin. Maybe this is a Nelson Sauvin. But I think it's not as, from what I remember, it's not as sweet as that. Yeah. I am absolutely stumped with that one. And I'd have to have a think about that one before I make a guess. So that is going to do it for today. So in terms of my guesses, I thought that A was Galaxy, B was Nelson Sauvin, and C was God knows. I have got another can of each of these to try. I'm going to have a bit more time, a bit of a, sit back and just think about them a bit more before I do make my guess. But the beer should be live on Siren's website right now, so feel free to go and check it out. Feel free to go and give this challenge a go and see if you can do better than I can. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers. Cue credits.